Is your metabolism broken? Let me fix it for you in 8 minutes. Because there are science-based methods you can use to boost your metabolism, allowing you to burn more calories and eat more food while still developing a lean physique. But there's also a lot of misinformation about the metabolism. In this video, you will learn all about the steps I personally have taken to maintain a faster metabolism. I am now able to eat around 2,900 calories per day. In the beginning of my fitness journey, I had to eat around 2,300 calories to maintain my weight. I want you to have a metabolism boost like I have experienced over the past years. Before we dive into strategies on how you can boost your metabolism, let's first understand what metabolism actually means. Essentially, the metabolism is a collection of chemical reactions that convert the food you eat into energy. Your metabolism keeps you alive, fueling everything from your heartbeat to muscle repair. But when most people speak about speeding up their metabolism, they actually mean increasing how many calories the body burns in a day, also known as your total daily energy expenditure. Your total daily energy expenditure has 4 main components. First, the metabolic rate. This refers to how many calories you burn at rest and makes up about 60% of your total daily calorie burn. The basal metabolic rate represents the calories your body uses during things like breathing, circulating blood, and maintaining your body temperature. The next big contributor to your daily energy expenditure is NEAT, making up 15 to 25% of your daily calorie burn. NEAT stands for non-exercise activity thermogenesis, also known as spontaneous activity. This includes the calories you burn during small, unplanned movements throughout the day, like walking during a phone call, taking the stairs, or tapping your feet. The third component of energy expenditure is the thermic effect of food, which is usually about 10% of your daily calorie burn. Every time you eat, your body has to burn calories to digest, absorb, and process that food. And lastly, the fourth component is exercise activity thermogenesis, which refers to the calories you burn during planned exercise, and that typically accounts for 5 to 10% of your daily calorie burn. In each of these 4 energy expenditure components, there's an opportunity to boost your calorie burn. So let's now explore some strategies that may help enhance your calorie burn. Starting with the effects of building muscle. If you have ever heard that building muscle can help boost your metabolism, that's right. Muscle tissue is metabolically active, which means it burns calories just by existing. But let's break it down with real numbers. Research suggests that each pound of muscle burns about 6 to 8 calories per day. So if you gain a solid 10 pounds of muscle, you will burn an extra 60 to 80 calories per day without any extra effort. This is not a huge number, but it's a meaningful boost, especially over time, because muscle growth does not happen overnight. Beginner trainees need around 6 to 9 months to build their first 10 pounds of muscle. For experienced lifters, the progress is slower and building more mass will take more time. But there is another way that having more muscle mass helps your metabolism in the long run. Having more muscle protects your metabolism while dieting in a calorie deficit. If you ever hit a fat loss plateau, you probably experienced something known as metabolic adaptations. Your body became more efficient and burned fewer calories to preserve energy. This 2020 study by the University of Leeds found that people who have more muscle mass when they are in a calorie deficit experience less metabolic slowdown and maintained a higher basal metabolic rate. Essentially, muscle doesn't just slightly boost your metabolism, it also prevents your metabolism from crashing down when you are in a calorie deficit. This is why lifting weights 3 to 4 times per week is one of the most powerful and fundamental things you can do for your metabolic health. Now, what about doing something more extreme, like having an ice bath every day? Will this also boost your metabolism? Kind of, yes. There is research demonstrating that exposing yourself to cold increases your calorie burn. This happens because your body starts shivering and increases oxygen consumption to maintain core temperature. So technically, that's your metabolism working harder. But let's put this in perspective. Spending 10 minutes in an ice bath burns around 15 extra calories. That's the equivalent of burning off 2 almonds. Not exactly a game changer. And realistically, you cannot safely stay in freezing water for long enough to see a meaningful difference. Beyond 15 minutes in an ice bath and you enter risky territory for hypothermia. Also, if your goal is to build muscle, using ice baths regularly may not be a good idea. A 2019 study found that people who have a cold shower after training build less muscle. This is because cold exposure reduces inflammation. While too much inflammation is bad for the body, the post-workout inflammation you get in your muscles after training is actually necessary for muscle recovery and growth. Simple conclusion, if your goals are a faster metabolism and more muscle mass, cold exposure is not your best friend. Now, what about meal frequency? You might have heard that eating 6 small meals a day keeps your metabolism fired up because your body burns calories digesting food. Sounds logical, right? More meals, more digestion, more calorie burn. Unfortunately, that's a myth. This research review of 5 studies looked at how meal frequency impacts your calorie burn in a day. The result? Whether the participants consumed 1 or up to 6 meals per day, their total daily calorie burn was the same, as long as their daily calories and macros were also the same. So no, you do not need to eat every 2 to 3 hours to stoke the metabolic fire. Your metabolism does not shut down just because you skipped a snack. Whether you have 2 or 5 meals in a day, it doesn't matter. The key is your total daily intake and food quality, not how many times you chew in a day. So what does actually work for boosting your metabolism? Because I talked a lot about what doesn't work for the past couple of minutes, but next to building muscle, there are other ways to boost your metabolism. Here are 4 highly effective strategies I use with my clients and myself for more calorie burn and a faster metabolism. First, manage your weight loss rate. If you're trying to burn fat, avoid the crash diet approach. Going too aggressive with your calorie deficit leads to a sharp drop in metabolic rate. Like in this study, in which aggressive dieting for just 8 weeks resulted in a daily energy expenditure drop of up to 20%. A slower and controlled weight loss rate of 0.5 to 1% of your body weight loss per week will help you preserve more muscle and keep your metabolism elevated. Secondly, prioritize protein. A high protein intake isn't just for muscle, it's also great for your metabolism. A 2021 study found that a higher protein intake increases your daily calorie burn. Because of 2 reasons. A high protein intake helps you maintain more muscle, which makes you burn more calories at rest. But protein also has a higher thermic effect of food. So your body actually burns more calories to digest the food you eat if it's high in protein. Based on the scientific literature, aim for between 0.7 to 1 gram per pound of your goal body weight in protein, and you will receive these metabolic benefits. Strategy number 3, walk more. I know I talk about walking a lot, but that's because it's still underrated. Your daily movement outside of the gym, things like walking and basic activity, is a huge part of your energy expenditure. This classic study shows that adding just 25 minutes of walking per day increased fat loss by 20%. So if you want to support your metabolism, get those steps in. At least 8,000 steps per day is a good aim based on the current science. Fourth and lastly, get better sleep. Sleep plays a major role in metabolic health. Lack of sleep has been shown to reduce physical activity and increase the appetite for high-calorie, unhealthy foods. It is simple. When you are tired, you're less likely to move and more likely to reach for snacks to keep you energized. Aim for at least 7 hours of quality sleep each night to keep your metabolism and hunger hormones in check. I know these 4 strategies are less flashy than doing an ice bath or taking a fancy supplement, but they are sustainable, backed by science, and make a real-world difference. You will find that the longer you put in the real foundational work described in this video, the better your metabolism will hold up over time. I see these benefits in my online coaching clients as well. Even after losing a lot of body fat, with the right training and nutrition approach, they are able to maintain their results long-term and have a healthy metabolism. If you are interested in getting my personalized guidance in your fitness journey, you can apply to my private one-on-one online coaching service in which I will fully design your training and nutrition approach while holding you accountable. Apply through this link in my description, and if we are a good match, I'll send you an invitation to set up a call with me and we'll discuss your goals. For now, that's all for today's video. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. Also here above, I have an awesome new video for you, so go ahead and check that out. And I will see you in the next one.